Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we're going over the new GFuel flavor. And you might be saying which new GFuel flavor because they're coming out with so many, but actually you clicked on the thumbnail, so you probably already know which GFuel it is. But anyway, we are going over the new GFuel Ninja Cotton Candy. That's right, Ninja finally got his own flavor, and we're gonna go over it coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you want to stay informed on all things caffeine related, feel free to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And in today's video, you know what we're going over. We're going over the Ninja Cotton Candy flavor. Cotton candy has been fairly popular the last few years. The first cotton candy released was by Bang, and that was several years ago. But ever since they released it, a few companies followed suit, came up with their own cotton candies, and other companies have been catching up. And now it is GFuel's time to do a cotton candy. Some people say, well, they did do the flavor bomb, but that wasn't a straight up cotton candy. That was supposed to be like a watermelon vanilla cotton candy, and it ended up not really being that great. At least I didn't really like it. If you want to see that, you can check out my review on it. But like I said, a lot more companies doing cotton candies nowadays. This is GFuel's take on it. So before I jump into all the details, I do want to say a big thank you and shout out to Energy Drink Josh. He sent me this drink because I do have a problem finding a lot of the GFuels. Sometimes they're Sheetz exclusive. I don't have Sheetz near me. And usually Bob sends me those drinks because Josh doesn't have a Sheetz near him either. But now GFuel has been getting into more Targets. They've been getting into Walmarts, but they're not in Walmarts near me just yet. And they just do a ton of different store exclusives. So thank you to Josh for getting me this drink. He posts pictures just about every single day of energy drinks, and you are bound to see something you haven't seen before. If you don't have Instagram, you can find him on Twitter. Now, who exactly is Ninja? I don't have to tell you who Ninja is. Everyone who's anyone knows who Ninja is. I mean, he's got 23.9 million followers on YouTube, so by the time I post this video, he'll probably have 24 million. He's got 13 million followers on Instagram, 8.4 million on TikTok, 6.7 million on Twitter, which is a little low compared to his other numbers, but it is Twitter. But he even has on Facebook 850,000 followers. Hasn't hit that million mark yet, but honestly, it's Facebook. Who nowadays uses Facebook as a social media platform to push their brand? It is Facebook. And speaking of all those social medias, be sure to follow me on all those social medias. You can find me at CaffeineMan1 on all of the same social media platforms. Yeah, Facebook too. I mean, why not? Everything helps. And where was I? I was talking about, yeah, everyone knows Ninja. I mean, not only is he big in the gaming community, because that's where he started, which is why he's on the can and has his own inspired by flavor on GFuel, but he's also just well known in the community at this point. Ninja has become like a household name for some people, and I'm not talking about the Ninja. I got one of those too, that's actually pretty good. But I am fairly positive that everyone who's anyone, just everyone knows Ninja. Pretty sure even my parents know about Ninja.
Without further ado, let's get to review Ninja Cotton Candy action. I love cotton candy. I don't know what Ninja is. I'm pretty sure he's a famous gamer. It's this guy right here, I'm assuming. I don't follow this guys. I know he probably has 20 million subscribers and he's probably got 10 million on Twitch. I don't know, alright? I don't know who he is, alright? But I love cotton candy and I love energy drinks, so that's why I'm here, right?
Always gotta be somebody to prove me wrong. So what is different about this drink? There's actually not too much difference about it if you actually look at the nutrition facts panel. The biggest difference that everyone is going crazy about, well, maybe not everyone, but I know I am excited by it. I know other people are excited about it and they're curious if they're going to be doing it with any of their other flavors. But this drink has 140 milligrams of caffeine compared to their 300 milligrams in all their other drinks that they have in the cans. And that is a big difference because, you know, for their powders, the powders only have 150 per serving. You can do a double scoop for 300, but in general, most people do the one scoop, and 150 is a great number because it's close to the standard amount of caffeine in energy drinks. The standard amount is 10 milligrams per ounce. Most of your 16-ounce cans used to have 160 for a 16-ounce can, but over the last couple of years, a lot of companies have gone to 200, 240, 300, etc. But 10 milligrams per ounce has always been the standard, and to see GFuel go from all 20-something cans that they have, maybe even 30 at this point, at 300 milligrams to bringing one in at 140, That's exciting. I don't know if it's going to be for their whole line, if they're going to be converting everything over, or if it's just going to be new ones going forward, or if they're just going to pick and choose which ones they want to do, or maybe this was just a test to see how many people like the 140, but I am very excited because 300 is way too much. Now, as I said, I have reviewed just about every single G Fuel there is, and I do like a lot of them. A lot of them have scored in the high 8s and 9s. There have been a few misses, but overall, they do really make a great product. But the problem is, or not a problem, the thing is, I don't drink them very often at all, no matter how much I like the flavor, because I don't like to take in 300 milligrams in just one drink. If you didn't know, you're not really supposed to have more than 400 milligrams of caffeine a day, and I have several caffeinated sources throughout the day, and I don't want to waste 300 of my 400 on one drink. So I tend to drink the lower milligram options. I have several drinks that are 100 milligrams that I drink. I also drink a couple of cups of tea a day, and then I might hit up a 150, a 160, a 200, or a 240 energy drink, depending on what I have left over and depending on what flavor I feel like having, because there are so many delicious flavors out there. Therefore, it's going to be interesting to see what G Fuel does in the future. Let's taste it out. Just going to grab it from my Caffeine Man fridge. It's a little cooler, fits about 4 drinks in there. And if you are looking to purchase any energy drinks, be sure to check out Campus Protein. They have tons and tons of energy drinks, mostly pre-workout, but there are other sugar-free energy drinks there too. And you can save 10%. Let's taste it out. I can drink the whole thing because it's 140. But I don't need to. So for your carbonation, this is interesting because companies have been switching up their carbonation a little bit depending on what the flavor is. G Fuel usually has a medium to high or high on the carbonation. But for some of the flavors recently, they've been switching it up, and I actually think that this is a medium to medium high for the carbonation, because I think they were really trying to give you a smoother feel for the flavor, and that's what they did. You're getting a much smoother drink out of here. As for your sweetness, you are getting a high sweetness out of it. It is cotton candy, and if you're going to be doing cotton candy, you want to get yourself a sweet flavor. It's not overly sweet though. I would say it's on the low end of high. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to give it a high on the flavor profile, and I'm not going on the low end of high. I think they did a solid job with the flavor, but it is interesting because I don't think they're giving you a super solid punch of cotton candy flavor, but I think they are giving you a lot of good flavor with the combination of the medium carbonation as well as that low end of high sweetness. I think they're giving you a good mix of cotton candy flavor, and it's not an overly strong cotton candy, but it is a very good cotton candy flavor. And it's very interesting because a lot of the companies do tend to go more powerful with the flavor because they really want it to be like really sweet like cotton candy, or make it like a really sweet candy flavor. And it's seeming to be slightly less candy-ish than the other ones. Now don't get me wrong, you're going to know it's cotton candy, you're going to know it's sweet, and you're going to be like, hey, this is a good cotton candy flavor. It's just not overpowering like some of the other ones. And to a certain extent, sometimes you don't want an overpowering flavor. Sometimes it's hard to get to the bottom of the can because it becomes too sweet. And I think with this drink here, you're going to be able to get to the bottom of the can having the same feeling about the drink from when you started it to when you finished it, as opposed to drinking and being like, wow, this is really strong and really good, and then getting to the end and being like, well, that was a little bit too much cotton candy, because you know what happens if you eat too much cotton candy. So I think they're doing a really, really great job with it. And even though I'm saying it's not a super strong cotton candy, I think it's a really good cotton candy. You don't always need to have a super strong flavor to get a high score on the Caffeine Man rating chart. If someone's giving you a light and refreshing flavor, it can still rate pretty high on the Caffeine Man rating chart because they're doing a good job giving you a good flavor. I wouldn't go as far as to say this is light and refreshing, but I am going to say it's lighter than some of the other cotton candies out there, and they did a really great great job with the flavor. So where's it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? Man, you know, when you look at the Caffeine Man rating chart and see all the cotton candies, there really aren't that many bad cotton candies out there. Even the lowest one on there is the Peak 300, which is sort of a generic company and kind of a generic cotton candy flavor, but it's still good and something that I would drink again at an 8.2. No one's really messing up cotton candy flavors. And then when you look at the top there's a lot of competition for good cotton candy, so good job to all the companies making good cotton candy flavors. This is going to be right up there, but where exactly is it going to go? I am going to give this a 9.3, really great score. There are some that I think are better than it, and it might be because they are a bit stronger, but for a medium, refreshing, great cotton candy flavor that you're going to like from the beginning to the end, it is getting a 9.3. Another great job from GFuel. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you again to Energy Drink Josh for sending me this drink. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's watching the video. Thank you to everyone who supports the channel, sends me drinks to review. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.